Welcome to Powercoat Music. In this video, we're going to talk about the Tascam DP24 digital Portastudio and recording vocals. Vocals can be some of the most difficult tracks to record. Good vocal tracks are actually created during the recording process, not during final mixdown and not in post-production. So if anyone ever tries to tell you any different, don't get on that train because it's going to the wrong station. Without taking the time to set up and prepare first, the result of a vocal recording session is often predictable. This generally means poor sounding audio tracks that can include background noise and unstable recording levels. That's just to name a few. Now, trying to fix messes like this is often a waste of time. And if released, it says a lot about the artist and how much they care about the sonic quality of their music. Now, before recording vocals on the DP24 or any multi-track device for that matter, it is a great idea and a very strong suggestion that you prepare carefully for each session first. Good vocal recording pre-production involves a number of important factors. These are critical for your success, so stay with me. First, select a room or an area, that is as dead as possible. Now, kitchens and bathrooms, although they may be very popular, but contrary to popular belief, are bad choices because of their reflective surfaces. However, bedrooms, which are also popular, are good choices because mattresses are good for absorbing sound. Number 2, if at all possible, treat whatever area you use to record with acoustic foam, moving blankets, or any other sound absorbing material that you can get your hands on. You want to do this to kill reverberations and reflections. In addition, to avoid any kind of standing waves in your room, do not record your vocals in the middle of the room. Number 3, another alternative is also to use an isolation filter. Isolation filters help you achieve a more secluded sounding vocal in a small home studio like mine, and also in other untreated environments. It's like having a mini partial vocal booth, and they are very effective, or they can be very effective. I use the SC Electronics model, and it works great. I've been using it for years, and I highly recommend them. I don't get any endorsements or anything, but they work. Okay? Just from me to you. Now let's move on and talk about using the right microphone. An industry standard for recording sessions are large diaphragm condenser microphones. If you use a good brand, of course, highly recommended, this should work well for you more times than not. Dynamic microphones work well to record loud sound sources and filter out some background noises. They may also be a good choice if you're recording vocals in a room that just plain sounds bad. Now, if your space is well treated, you may be able to get away with using an omnidirectional microphone. Now, they pick up sound with equal gain from all sides or directions of the microphone. Okay? With this, vocalists are free to move around more and get closer to the mic for softer vocal sound phrases. Cardioid microphones are also a good choice for home studio recording because they pick up sound with high gain from the front and sides, but poorly from the rear. Keep that in mind. Now, some microphones also have settings that allow you, or should I say allow them to function in 2 or more of the capacities that I just described. If you have a mic that does this, then be sure to choose the correct setting for your environment. It's also important to stress that you should use your accessories as well. Okay? A pop filter and a shock mount will also help to prevent noises from ruining your vocal performances. Use also a good strong stand, a floor stand, to hold your microphone that won't rattle or move during your recording sessions. Also, if you can help it at all, don't use cheap mic cables, okay? They can be a costly shortcut and a source of unwanted noise and dropouts in your vocals, okay? Take the time to experiment to get the best microphone position, because different microphone heights and angles can have a significant impact on your vocals. The right microphone selection and placement is the gateway, okay, to the ideal vocal sound and recording. So getting this right makes the vocal tracks a lot easier to mix. Okay. Now, also, let's consider using an external mic preamplifier. The reason why is because the audio signals from a microphone are weak. Okay, so they need a preamp to translate them into a stronger line level signal if you want to get the most out of your microphone. And also, if you want to achieve the best possible sound quality, then it is basically essential that you use a good mic preamp. Preamplifiers should be placed in the signal chain between the microphone and the mixer or the recording device. Okay, its job is to precisely and accurately control and maintain the audio output peak signal from the microphone. Let's talk about using phantom power. When connecting a condenser microphone that requires phantom power, press the phantom power button for input A to D or input E to H when the recorder is stopped to turn the phantom power on or off. When you turn the phantom power on, the phantom power button becomes lit and the phantom power is supplied to the XLR jacks of input A to D and or input E to H. When the guitar indicator is lit, however, input H will not receive phantom power even if the phantom power is on, that is, the indicator is lit for E through H. Now here's a serious word of caution. Turn the stereo fader down before turning the power on or off. If you don't, depending upon the microphone, a loud noise could occur, resulting in damages to the equipment and or people's hearing. Do not connect or disconnect the microphone when phantom power is on. This could cause a loud noise and damage the equipment. Turn the phantom power on only when using a condenser microphone that requires phantom power. So check with your owner's manual first to ensure this. Do not supply phantom power to an unbalanced dynamic microphone. Doing so could cause a malfunction. Supplying phantom power to some types of ribbon microphones could cause a malfunction. Do not supply phantom power to a ribbon microphone if you are in doubt in any way. Now, let's look at how to record vocals on the DP24. Once your vocal environment has been set up to the best of your ability, using the suggestions made previously, you should be good to go to record vocals on the DP24. First, plug your microphone into input A on the back of the DP24. Once you're done, we're ready to get started. Now to get started, press the Assign button to open the Assign screen on the DP24. Use the cursor buttons or press the Select button for track 1 and align the cursor frame on the Assign screen with track 1. Use the jog data dial or press the source button for input A to set the recording source of the track 1 to A. Press the home button to return to the home screen. The home screen appears. Press the REC or REC button for track 1. The REC indicator blinks and the unit enters record standby mode. Use the trim knob for input A to adjust the input level for the microphone. Set the trim knob so that the OL indicator for input A does not light even when the loudest sound to be recorded is input. Vocal recording levels can be tricky. Here are some suggested OL indicator markers that you should try to maintain during your recording session. First, try to get your OL indicator levels to average around 18. Next, the average OL indicator levels should peak during your session at around 12. Okay? And lastly, but not least, try not to let your OL indicator peak higher than 6. Now, all vocals that are input through an external microphone are shown by the associated track meter. Now, when you raise the fader for track 1, the stereo fader, and the monitor level knobs, you should be able to hear the sound of the mic input through connected headphones. Now, here's a point of note. If the OL indicator continues to light even when the trim knob is turned down, that means the mic signal itself is too loud. In this case, move the mic further away from the sound source or the sound source further away from the mic, or lower the volume of the sound source in some way, shape, or form. Hold down the stop button and press the rewind button to return to the beginning of the song. Press the play button to start the song and sing into the microphone. You should be able to hear your vocal in the headphones or through your speakers. Use the faders for track 1, the pan knobs, the stereo fader, and monitor level knobs to adjust the monitoring level and balance as needed. Hold down the stop button and press the rewind button to return to the beginning of the song. Now, press the record button to start recording and sing into the microphone. The record button lights red and the REC indicator for track 1 stops flashing and lights steadily. After you finish your performance, press the stop button to stop recording. The recorded file is then saved in the folder of the currently loaded song. Press the REC button for track 1 so that the REC button becomes unlit. In summary, a suggestion is that you always record your vocal tracks dry. That means you don't add any effects to the signal during recording. Add effects to the signal during mixdown instead. In this way, a good vocal track is never ruined by an effect that you can't get rid of because you changed your mind. In addition, this will force the vocalist to hear what they actually sound like during a performance, which should clearly identify any flaws that then can be corrected. The bottom line is that great vocal performances often come from tracks where the performer was able to clearly hear and distinguish between both good and bad sections of a take. Well, that is a wrap. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up and click the subscribe button on your screen now to join our group. We have new videos coming out every 7 to 10 days and we would love to have you be a part of our team. Also, leave a comment in the comment section below and let us know what you think about this video. While you're here at the channel, take a look at some of the other videos, listen to the music, and let us know what you think about that too. Thank you so much for stopping by. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you soon.